Hey everyone, I'm super late. I'm so sorry. Hey Laura. We are back with some more Final Fantasy 16. I just started the Leviathan DLC towards the end. And so this is all new stuff for me. I'm super excited. And Laura, thank you so much for that heart me. Oh, how have you been? I just found this glamored up, like the skies are blue, but like where everything is happening for Clive here, our MC, it has been like dark and gloomy, and the world has been just being sucked dry of all mana. But this place looks all pretty and lush, and it's just like a whole new vibe. I'm liking it. Working 3 jobs just to pay bills. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. The struggle is real here lately in this economy. Alright. Where am I going? This way? Cross the bay to Cape Nepto. World map. Oh, we're about to do some fighting. Oh snap. Okay. Yeah, I just left off at like things were about to get serious, and I was like, oh no, not yet. Alright, so I have items. My gear and my icons. I do Phoenix Shift, Deadly Embrace. I want to get better with Arms of Darkness, but I just need to stock it up. I used to use Mega Flare, but I think the Zontet skin is really cool. I get more XP because I'm still trying to reach 100. Automatically charges spells and damage dealt to enemies. Increases maximum HP to 500. Or by 500. I'm not too worried about that. That's what I have potions for. Okay, I guess we're gonna like... I think we're fighting the Leviathan or taking care of that whole ordeal. Sometimes I talk soft, so hopefully this isn't too loud. I might get excited sometimes and yell. I don't know though, we'll see.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walius's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes.
I do not know what to expect. So apparently the baby was born the Leviathans Dominant, and I think it took over.
Left unattended,
so they
the
sealed
path will
it,
be
if I
reclaimed in a
recall
matter
correctly.
of moons.
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
I've seen if there was a mini-map or something.
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
That's so intense.
It's not right.
No. It's not.
Whoa.
There. Up ahead. Down in the center. Follow me.
Brittany. How are you, Brittany? Oh my gosh.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. And I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease
I
his
do.
burden.
Oh.
You don't mean...
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing Dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallis' Eikon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the Eikon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the Dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
I don't want to fight a
Don't
baby.
be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight. Hush now. It's going to be all right.
Is it done?
Dang it, train. I'm trying to have a moment. Goodness.
I think so. I can feel the Eikon inside me. But something's wrong.
So do I get Leviathan's powers? I would like that. The heck is that?
He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Hey, Buttercup. The power of water, Clivos reclaimed a portion of the Eikon Leviathan's essence. Attuning with Leviathan not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Cross Swell, an inescapable rush of water that pummels enemies from multiple angles. Ability details are found on the blah 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 blah. Serpent's Cry can be used to summon to Clive's off arm a sea-spitting serpent capable of dealing precision strikes to enemies at great distances. Press square while in the state to unleash the tidal torrent. Multiple bursts of water capable of forcefully knocking back smaller creatures. There are lots of dang trains today. While pressing triangle will fire a powerful jet of water, a tidal stream. Tidal gauge. Using this catch will deplete your tidal gauge, becoming unavailable when the gauge is empty. The gauge will slowly replenish over time, but can be refilled quicker by pressing this circle button. Precision dodges also increase it. While using Serpent's Cry, press R again while dodging will cause Clive to roll in the air. Ooh, double roll! Tidal Torrent can be used while pressing square. Only Leviathan's abilities are available. Okay, sweet. Okay.
Leviathan.
No, just an eggy. But a formidable adversary nonetheless.
That was weird. Alright, so I see the...
It has friends.
Oh, I'm doing horrible on that. Damn. Got it. Okay, I like the jet. Okay. It's cool, but like I'd like to be able to change. But I dig it. Ooh. Hebra Coast Lane. That's a lot of XP. My eyes. I apologize. I'm struggling. I was late for my stream today because I had my brother's graduation that I totally didn't even think about whenever I made my schedule for this week. So I'm on way. It's been a long day, but I'm gonna push through.
Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said Walius was frozen in time. That he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
Yeah, that'd be a
It's
little
not
rough.
that simple. I wish it were, but there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
I'm sorry, Walyas. I will make this right. So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
Alright, time to run around for a bit for our next big battle. But I need to check out my icons and stuff. Leviathan channeled. Woohoo! I was about to say, I should have some ability points in here. Serpent's Cry. Abyssal Tear. Tsunami. Oh, it's just so cool. That's mastered. What is this one? Abyssal Tear. Rip open a slowly expanding gateway to the murky depths of the sea. And when the timing is right, summon forth an abyssal storm. Okay. Well, I can max this out already. Beautiful. I'm gonna give Leviathan a go. I'm not gonna I'll try the tier out for a bit. Maybe. I'm keeping my Giga Flare. It has been my tried and true, paired up with my Flames of Rebirth and the Cyclone that can really help me get a stagger quickly. I like Satellite because I can do that continuous shooting whenever I'm doing melee attacks. I'm not doing Deluge. I had Impulse here. Because that would last a good minute. 2-star attack, 3-star stagger. And then if I look at Crosswell, 2 and 2. The Abyssal Tear has 3 attack. I'm gonna just see what it's like. Why not? Sorry that took a while.
The broom is your war.
To understand the spell which binds Walyas, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity.
This tapestry.
Is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith, and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the Imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
But that's impossible.
As they were soon to discover, aye, far too late. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant. Well, yes.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his Eikon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the Dome of Light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the Surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Be
Very
careful,
well.
Joshua.
We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
The Veil is not...
So we got 4 quests.
easy to find. We must first head north, and then west, deeper into the forest.
No sign of the child.
What you got?
Reckon my steel's just as good as any.
I mean, I'll make it,
There.
but I'm not equipping it.
Just try to breathe. That's it.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider.
Tamara,
I'm Fanit,
hey.
healer by trade. And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after you arrived.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I
Yeah, I
hope so
don't look
too,
good.
But
This affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it. And my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether. Shula said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
That's what I'm here for.
I'd be happy to,
Hey, Sizzle.
if I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to
Thank you
Talor's
so
son,
much for the
Havat,
likes.
over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this, and I want to find out what. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long. So while you talk to Bavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
All right.
What's MTG? What MTG? Yeah. What is that?
Oh,
Magic the
do you need
Gathering.
something?
I do. Though not from
I
the
still need to
forge.
check that out. Get
Fanit
the app
asked me
so
to
I
speak
can
with you.
learn.
She's looking into the cause of your father's illness and wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was. Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that,
When you say out and about, where does he usually go?
just round the village. Wanders over to Blazier's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go and speak with him.
Totally would play more complicated, more strategic version of Pokemon TCG. Yeah, I've looked at a deck before, and I think I may have attempted, but I don't think I had really the best of teachers. Or I just wasn't a good student. That's also a possibility. But if there's like a step-by-step exclamation guide thing in the app, I can at least learn how to play it.
Greetings, stranger. What can I do for you?
What can I do for
Name's
you?
Brazier, is it not? Pavad tells me you're a friend of his father's. And that the two of you may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talor's never been ill a day in his life. I don't know why he'd start now.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his
Our
condition
graduation was today. That's why I was late today.
I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. I didn't, of course. But he wouldn't let it go. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what. But he never told me anyway.
Am I liking the DLC?
That certainly does sound unusual.
Well, I got more side quests to
And it
pick
might
up.
just be what
But I
Fanny is
just
looking
got
for. Thank you.
the new Eikon's ability.
Don't mention it. Oh, and when you say Talor, wish him the best from me, yeah?
And, okay, so here's the lowdown. I just found out that Leviathans Dominant is like a baby boy. And what happened was... what happened was... is that people back in the day, they all moved and ran away from the people at Drake's Eye, the northern continent. Hold on, world map. No, zoom, bro. Alright, so up here is where Drake's Eye was, and they all ran away because they were mistreated because they were different. They were a minority, and they picked on them. And they wanted to artificially create their own mother crystal so they could, you know, use crystals to use magic to make life easier, sucking the aether from the planet, all that good stuff. And in order to do that, they were going to use the Dominant to create it, and then they stopped it and froze it in time. And they basically used that big water crystal thing out there, I believe, as the mother crystal. That is what I think is what's going
But she
on.
couldn't tell me anything. Did you have any better luck?
And that's how they keep their glamour up and
There was one
everything.
thing. Lazir, the fisherman, told me that Talor had taken a sudden interest in the forest of late. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast, but never let on what exactly he was expecting him to have seen.
The forest between here and the coast.
I do not have the Steam on my PC now.
But then...
I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's illness might have some connection to the Tomberries. You may have encountered them during your time here. The small, scaly beastmen.
Tonberries.
You think they may have caused Talor's illness?
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the treatments I've been trying didn't work. Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you go down into Father's Fell for me? There's an altar there. And if my fears are true, an offering upon it.
What is going on here?
Please. I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast. I beg you, make haste for Father's Fell and take the offering from the altar. Talor's life may depend on it.
Very well.
Take the offering from the altar. Okay. Chrono Trigger is on Steam. When you get it, oh, that you don't have. That is too sweet. If it's cheap, you don't have to worry about gifting it and all of this stuff. Even if it's expensive, I didn't want that to come out wrong.
Bastard things.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I never should have let him go alone.
Either way, I
Take
appreciate
me,
you
what am I
so
gonna do?
much.
You've got to help me. Shula said you were a force to be reckoned with. Are you?
Are you a
Why do you
force
ask?
to be reckoned with?
Eh? Oh,
Sure.
Sorry, I should explain. My name's Kitav. I'm worried about a friend of mine. He went into the forest and he hasn't come back. Would you help me find him?
I can try.
I can try. Tell me what I need to know.
Of course. You know about the glamour our ancestors cast to keep this place hidden, right?
Shula told us about it, yes.
Right. So you know the cairns we use to maintain the spell? Well, it's me and my friend's job to maintain them. If it weren't for the likes of us, it would have faded years ago.
So your friend went into the forest to visit one of these cairns?
Aye, that's right. He said he was going down to Father's Fell. There are 2 cairns out that way, one by the banks of the
I think
Swift
that's where
Run,
I'm supposed
and
to be
another
going.
near the Winged Wains, the ships in the forest.
All right. How will I know this friend of yours?
His name's Nassef. He's about my height, but clean-shaven. If you could track him down and see that he's come to no harm, I'd be much obliged. I'll search the village, just in case anyone's seen him, and meet you back here.
Very well.
Quest accepted. Hey, Dark.
One cairn by the ships, another by the river. Better get moving.
Alright, and then we got another one over here.
My lord, may I speak? There is a matter with which I would beg your aid.
Of course, what is it?
Please, not so loud.
Something serious then.
Yes.
You said you wanted to beg for my
I think
aid.
we might have company. I was passing by the low gate when I
So,
saw a figure
don't tell me to
moving
hush.
among the trees up on the cloak. At first, I thought it must have been you or your brother, so I didn't say anything, but the more I think about it, the more certain I am that the figure looked familiar.
And you're sure it wasn't one of the other villagers?
Positive. I think it was someone from outside the wall who has found his way inside.
An intruder.
Of course, it could just be my imagination playing tricks on me. I only caught a fleeting glimpse, and it might have been you or your brother. But if it is who I think it is, we cannot allow him to leave now that he knows we're here. Would you go and see? Oh, he won't try to hurt you, believe me. Given what lurks in the forest, the only one likely to get hurt is him.
Search the cloak for the interloper.
Very well. Whether the man you saw is who you believe him to be or not, we need to know. It may yet be someone else entirely. Someone who means your people, or my people, harm.
If I need to turn, does the game quality
Just promise me
volume
that
sound
if
alright?
you do find someone up there,
Guys watching
worry.
on TikTok.
I won't draw my sword unless I need to.
thank you.
Yamila, this man you saw, might he be the customer you told me of?
I fear so.
The customer?
I'll explain later. Come on.
Quest accepted. Uninvited guest. Another quest. Oh my gosh. At least I gotta progress further to like finish them out. But I'm gonna go back and okay, gotta go do that one. Big bye, Sizzle. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. I hope you have a fun graduation tomorrow. I don't have to go work at school, so I'll be playing Resident Evil tomorrow. But I don't know how my day's gonna go. I want to try to play more, but
by any chance?
I got things I gotta do.
I am. What gave
I'm gonna
me
try
away?
to clean the offices myself.
Oh, I can smell it on you. The scent of the stables. And not just any stables. Something tells me you've never been one to ride half-starved birds with chine gall and wet beak.
Whoa,
If I had
girl.
to guess, I'd say your bird eats only the finest greens and has her feathers groomed twice a day with a curl hairbrush.
Nothing but the best for my Ambrosia.
Ambrosia, eh? Pretty name. What's she like?
Well, she's tall and strong. And her feathers are as white as snow.
You're joking.
Catch you later, my friend.
You've got a white chocobo.
Have a good night.
I have, yes. I suppose they are rather rare.
This I've got to see. Can you bring her here?
I would if I could, but I doubt Shula's skiff could hold her.
Me dad's got a boat. And he's ferried chocobos before. You could get him to bring her.
Oh, I'll
It'd
be able to
perfect
get
timing and all.
Ambrosia
He's
again.
preparing for a trip beyond the wall as we speak. I'm sure he'd help you if you asked.
He would. Well, I don't suppose it would hurt to have Ambrosia around.
I don't think it would hurt either
All right,
to have a
then.
way to travel quickly.
Where could I find your father?
He'll be in the storehouse on the other side of the brook. Tell him Manda sent you.
Manda.
Bastard things.
Here you are.
You one of the outsiders then?
I am one of the
I am.
outsiders.
Shula invited me. Are you Manda's father?
I am. Got you running errands for her already, has she?
She's asked to see my chocobo, but I'd need your help and your boat to bring her here.
Or you could just say no. Honestly, that girl and her birds, she'll be growing feathers soon enough.
Well, truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first. But thinking about it, it would make it easier to get around if I had Ambrosia here. Can you help?
Well, if you're sure that's what you want. The tributary says we're to treat you lot as we would each other. So, if you need me to ferry your bird over, then that's what I'll do. Still, they don't take the water easily. I'll need you to bring us a mimic gourd or two to keep her calm on the journey over.
And where would I find one of those?
Oh, don't ask me. It's been years since I last brought a chocobo across the bay, and I'm told the world's changed a fair bit since then. Where do you usually get your stable supplies from?
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, and if I remember correctly, he traded in chocobo feed too. So I suppose I'll go and ask him.
I'll be sailing over to Northreach soon to pick up some supplies. While I do that, you collect your bird and your gourd, and then meet me by the shore. Just don't take too long, all right?
All right. Okay. Ooh. Got myself dozing off there for a second.
A bottle. Breath of the arbor. Perfume from Sunbrag. Looks expensive, too. Who's there? Stop! No! No! Hang on! I'm coming!
Oh,
Don't eat me! I'll give you that one, I swear!
Stand back. I'll handle this.
that was not what I was trying to do. I mean, they're all level 100.
You're finished.
That was just a waste. Did I level up? No. Did not.
Are you all right?
I'm more than all right. I'm saved! Oh, I could kiss you!
Maybe you should introduce yourself first.
Hervey! I knew it
He
was
didn't
you.
say no.
What are you doing here?
I came to see you. Oh, my little canary, it's been so long.
Thank you for saving him and sparing him.
Who is he?
Hervey, one of many clients from my employment beyond the wall.
One of many clients? We spoke every night of our plans together. Whispered songs of love into each other's ears. And then you upped and vanished without so much as a word.
Because she was
I
done.
left you a note, didn't I? I told you I was sorry, but that we could never be together. That I could never abandon my family. And I told you not to look for me. How did you even find this place, anyway?
The flame of your
People
love
who
was
read
as a
notes like
beacon
that,
in the night that
and then
guided
just
me
like,
to you.
this is a test.
Hervey.
I was walking by the coast near Northreach when I saw a lady who looked like you. Eyes like the ocean. Hair like the driven snow. The next moment, she and her companions were jumping in a skiff and sailing out towards the wave. So I, borrowed the nearest boat and started rowing.
It must have been Shula bringing us here. So what? You rowed, founder knows how many leagues across the bay, simply because you saw a woman with white hair.
And as I did, the skies changed from a dull and hopeless grey to a bright and benevolent blue. That was when I knew for certain that my little canary was close.
Your little.
Oh, why did you come? You should have forgotten me, as I tried to forget you. I cannot leave my people, Hervey. And now that you know about this place, neither can you. We must return to Haven and accept my family's judgment.
I'm to meet your family. Oh, my little canary.
He's not gonna make it long.
Please, come and see me later. You did as I asked, and you must be rewarded for it. But first, follow me, Hervey.
To the end of the world and beyond.
He's just a little bit
I
of a
should never have
creeper.
found this place. How could I be so careless?
Don't blame yourself. I doubt anything could have kept that man away.
Okay, I wanted to hear their little. Bro, I put the light on and everything to try to help me stay a little more vitalized. Have
Forgive
energy
me.
drink.
There's nothing to forgive. You two met at the Vale, I take it.
When I worked there, yes. To earn the coin that my people need to survive. Though Mysidia is our sanctuary, there are certain necessities that it cannot provide. And for that reason, some of us seek employment beyond the wall. Yet few are the opportunities for followers of a strange faith in a strange land.
And so you supported your family as best you could.
I did. And I have never regretted it for a moment. I found a second family in the Vale. And in the Dame, a second mother. I also found Hervey. But our love could never be. I knew that if I revealed my secret to him, I would be putting my people in danger. But that if I did not, I would be living a lie, unable to return home.
What will happen to him now?
Since our people settled in Mysidia, uninvited visitors have been few and far between, but not unknown. Explorers, survivors of shipwrecks, none lasted long.
I see.
That was before my time, you understand? I've never had to make a decision like this before. Ymila, know that I do not blame you for any of this. It was me who decided to make the trip to shore. Me who exposed our secret. This was my mistake, and I shall bear the responsibility.
I don't think it's a
Thank you,
mistake.
tributary. I only beg you to remember that Hervey means us no ill will. He's just a fool. A fool who loves me.
I will take that into consideration.
Fool
But
for
yours is not the
love.
only voice I must listen to. The whole family must be consulted, and it may take time for me to arrive at my decision. I hope you understand.
Of course, tributary. However long it takes. Come what may, I thank you, my lord, for bringing us back together.
Quest completed. Ah. 93. I guess it's time to progress further a little bit, so I can get to these other side quests.
And once everyone left me in peace.
No ambrosia.
Before, we turned east at the shipwrecks to reach the coast. Now we must head in the opposite direction.
Left it is then.
Oh yeah, I'm running into walls. I'm probably about to hop off here in a few.
Who have we here?
Let's
Looking
get
for
to
a
this
man
little
named
quest
Nassef.
thing.
Aye, I know him. Takes care of the cans. Wait, you didn't think I was him, did you? Sorry, mate, I'm just out to gym myself a few ibexes. What do you want with the lad, anyway?
His friend, Katav, asked me to look for him. Apparently he ventured out to work on one of these cans and didn't return.
Well, that is a worry.
You're a hunter, yes? You must know the woods as well as anyone. Can you think where he might have gone?
There's a bridge further down the path. Blasted thing got washed away a few moons back. Our carpenter only recently had time to rebuild it. But if I remember rightly, there is another cairn on the far side. Maybe he decided to visit that one while he was here.
Maybe. It's worth a look, certainly. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'll keep an eye out too. Perhaps he just got delayed or something.
Let's hope so.
Well, I'm gonna push forward. Actually, I missed a spot. So I need to go backwards. Let's go backwards for a little bit. One more over. Right, okay.
If there's one thing I know about beastmen, is that they love to hide in the dark.
This is crazy. Oh my gosh, it's the dawnberries. They're weird looking. Interesting take on them,
What
though.
are they up to? Some sort of ritual. Sorry to disturb you.
Dawnberry chopper. Oh. Too young. Watch out for the knife. video. I need to go to bed. But I still got those enemies slain. Alright. Well, tomorrow, thank you so much for hanging out, lurking, and watching with me. Hit that follow button if you want, and we'll be playing some Resident Evil tomorrow in the morning after I get some sleep. Oh, I'm gonna have to probably rethink this Friday
Let's see what's on this altar then.
stream, because these late night ones, they get to me. But like I said, I did also have a very long day, so I'll give
Silver
another
chain.
couple goes. But here lately,
I doubt the Tombries made it.
they've been wearing on
This
me.
must be what Fennec was talking about.
Alright, I could travel back. But I have another one. One, two. Where's my third one? Oh, reporting back. Maybe. Hi, Mariah. Alright, so I'm gonna finish up this recording here. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Feedback would be nice, even though I'm sure today is like, get some more sleep. But I hope you enjoy this video. We'll get some more progress in next week.